is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high school.
Seattle-man.
Now, here's the man with the questions, Chip Beal.
All right, thanks so much. Welcome to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. On today's show, we welcome teams from Klein High School and Kingwood High. Players, a number of familiar sounds. This tone means you've answered correctly. This tone incorrectly. And this sound brings us to a close of each quarter. Good luck to Klein and Kingwood. We start the warm-up round with this 5-point question. The beaver's tail has at least 3 important functions. Name any 2 of them.
Klein, carry, locomotion in water and helping to dam up bridges in water, or not bridges, but dams in water.
Kingwood, James.
He can use it to hit the water as an alarm for other beavers, and he can use it in the water to help himself swim.
Yes, that's correct. Warning device, oar and rudder when it's swimming, and prop when it's gnawing at a tree trunk. For 10 points, spell the Spanish word for to speak.
Kingwood, Merida.
Parlar.
No, that's close to the French word for speak.
No, 1 try for team.
Klein, can you do it?
Klein, carry.
Loquer.
No, the word is hablar. Hablar. All right, let's try some math. For 5 points, 6 men can do a job in 20 days. How long would it take 15 men to do the same job?
Kingwood, James.
8 days.
8 days is correct. Another 5 points for Kingwood, and I have a 10-point question. The use of a certain language has helped give Tanzania's many ethnic groups a sense of national unity.
Klein, carry.
Swahili.
And that's the language. Klein is now on the board for 10 points. I have a 10-point visual question. Look at your monitors here in the Channel 2 studio. Few art museums are as
Kingwood, Lee.
Guggenheim.
as recognizable as the Guggenheim. Lee wasted no time recognizing it for us. For 10 points, students in Greenwood, South Carolina chose the name Springfield Elementary.
Klein, carry.
But parents opposed it because of the fact it was the name of the high school or the school in The Simpsons.
That is correct. Good anticipation, Carrie. 10 points for Klein. I have a 10-pointer. What is the word for a small, swift, armed motorboat used for patrol by the Coast Guard?
Kingwood, James.
Would that be a PT boat?
Not a PT boat. Klein?
Klein, Cheney.
A cutter.
That is correct. A cutter, and Klein takes an early lead. For 10 points, what Latin American country, notorious for its Axis sympathies, was the very last nation to declare war on
Kingwood, James.
Argentina.
On Germany on March 27th, 1945. You're right. For 5 points, in what way does Lake Erie differ from the following lakes? Meade, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Toledo Bend, and Gatun.
Klein, Cheney.
It's a natural lake. The others are formed by dams.
The others are rivers that were dammed for hydroelectric projects. For 5 points, listen to a cut from her latest album and name this pop music diva.
Klein, carry.
Mariah Carey.
That is from Mariah Carey's album. For 10 points, identify the main difference between pottery and porcelain using the words transparent, translucent, or opaque in your answer. Pottery and porcelain.
Kingwood, Lee.
Pottery is opaque where porcelain is translucent.
That's the idea, Lee. Good for 10 points. Now, I'm going to invite your attention to our monitor.
This is Channel 2, Houston's 24-hour news channel. The program in progress.
Kingwood High School, welcome to Meredith Patterson, the captain, a senior, editor-in-chief of the Young Writers Guild, copy editor of the school newspaper. Next, we turn to Jonathan Little, a senior who served on the Principals Advisory Committee. He's a National Merit semifinalist, Robert A. Welch Foundation Summer Research Scholar in Chemistry. And James Mitchell, a junior, is an Eagle Scout and Texas Governor's Honor Program Scholar. Also, Magnus Poobah for the School Latin Club. And Lee W. Bailey is a senior, plays classical piano, was awarded the Quadruple Ruby in National Forensics League for debate and public speaking. Their alternates, Jamie Morgan and Matt Grayson. Their coaches, Judy Herman and Mark Bowman. That's the team from Kingwood High. Our judges for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are Professor Tom Hudson of the Department of Physics at the University of Houston. Mr. Mike Mastandria is the chief judge of the Texaco Star National Academic Championship. Now it's time for the bonus round. That means if you get a toss-up right, your team will get the first chance at a bonus worth a possible 50 points. Here is a 10-point toss-up. 14 of the 19 newest congressional seats are in 3 states. Can you name them?
Klein, Carey.
California, Florida, and Texas.
That's incorrect.
Kingwood, Lee.
California, Texas, and New York.
Is right for 10 points. Here is your bonus series, Kingwood, Meredith, Jonathan, James, and Lee. Mythology for 5. In Roman mythology, Diana was the goddess of what outdoor activity?
Hunting.
Right. For 10 points, the Muses were daughters of Zeus and Mnemosyne. How many were there?
9 or 12? 9.
That's right. For 15 points, although Druids believed that a sprig of this plant would ward off evil, to the Norse it was malevolent because it brought death to Balder, the god of youth. What is it?
Mistletoe.
Mistletoe is right. And for 20 points, Midas witnessed a musical contest between which 2 mythological gods?
Apollo and who?
Who plays instrument? Same person.
Your answer?
Apollo and Dionysus.
No, we turn the question over to Klein.
Apollo and Pan.
Apollo and Pan is right. Nicely done. 20 to 30 in favor of Kingwood on that mythology bonus. Let's try this 10-point toss-up. All of the following classics exemplify what form of literature? The Divine Comedy, The Fairy Queen, Pilgrim's Progress.
Klein, Adam.
Epic poems.
Kingwood, Meredith.
Allegory.
Allegory is right. The first 2 are poems. The other one is not a poem. Here is your art term bonus, Kingwood. For 5 points, the Parthenon in Athens was built in what classical style of architecture? Doric, Ionic, or Corinthian?
Doric.
Right. For 10 points, Mary Cassatt and Edgar Degas used what soft crayons whose name is synonymous with pale colors?
Pastels.
Yes. For 15 points, an even distribution of transparent watercolor is called what?
Gouache. Gouache.
Klein, can you take it?
Wash.
Wash is right. Okay. We have another toss-up for both teams. It's worth 10 points. What method of protest used by members of the Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s?
Kingwood, Lee.
Peaceful objection. No.
Encouraged blacks not to fight back even when taunted or beaten. We're looking...
Klein, Cheney.
Civil disobedience.
We would finish the question by saying we're looking for an 11-letter word. Nonviolence is what we needed. For 5 points, for how many years did this man serve as governor? Listen.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Kingwood, Lee.
8 years.
Klein, Cheney.
12 years.
8 years is what I have. Yes,
We're talking.
that is
That's
correct for 5 points. And Kingwood answered correctly, so they get the history bonus. For 5 points, George Washington's father, Augustine, built the mansion, and George became the owner of the 2,500-acre property in 1754. Over the next 45 years, he expanded his holdings to 8,000 acres, named this famous Virginia estate.
Mount Vernon.
Sure. For 10 points, Kuwait gained its independence from what foreign power in 1961?
Great Britain.
Yes. For 15 points, military action began in World War I on July 29, 1914, when Austrian artillery began firing across the Danube at what capital of Serbia?
Belgrade.
Sorry,
Belgrade.
Belgrade.
James says, say it, and Meredith said it. Belgrade is the answer. For 20 points.
Okay.
The era known as Prohibition ended with the repeal of the 21st Amendment to the Constitution. How many years did Prohibition last?
19.
Your answer?
14 years.
14 years.
14 years, that's right. They have won the category. Try this 10-point toss-up, both schools. In photography, what do we call a print made on smooth, shiny paper?
Kingwood, Lee.
Glossy.
It is a glossy, right. Fauna is your bonus, Kingwood. 4 relatives of the camel live in South America. You'll earn 5 points for the first one you can name, 10 points for the second, and so forth until you're incorrect.
Okay,
One
llama.
at a time, please.
Llama.
Your answer?
We're thinking.
Klein, can you name another one? 10 points if you can.
Your answer?
Moose.
Alpacas, guanacos, and vicuñas are the others. And that, my friends, closes the book on the bonus round. When we come back, these 60-second categories: Art, Arkansas, Alice in Wonderland, and the secret category. We're back for more of the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Our halftime score, 90 to 195, Kingwood in the lead. Questions used on this program are provided by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Now, contestants, you pick a subject. You have 1 minute to answer as many 10-pointers as you can. When time expires, that's it. The second team may take a shot at any questions the first team misses. And if you get them all right, you get a 20-point bonus. We're pulling for you to do just that. Klein, Carrie, what have you decided on?
We're going to go for Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland is the category. Start the clock. Here we go. Name these characters. Alice follows him down his hole.
White Rabbit.
The ill-tempered monarch of Wonderland.
Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts.
He manages to pardon all the Queen's victims.
King of Hearts.
The rude host of the Mad Tea Party.
Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter.
The riddle-making, blunt, outspoken guest at the tea party.
Mad Hatter.
Right. A mythical creature, half bird, half animal.
Griffin.
Good. Continually vanishing and reappearing.
Cheshire Cat.
A platitude quoting, moralizing, ugly old woman.
No, the Duchess.
Duchess.
He is accused of stealing some tarts that the Queen has made.
Jack of Spades. Jack of Spades.
The hookah-smoking insect who perches on the top of a magic...
Caterpillar.
Nice job on Alice in Wonderland. That is 80 points, for Klein. Kingwood, a possible 20 for you. Name these 2 characters, the rude host of the Mad Tea Party.
The March Hare.
That is correct. And he is accused of stealing some tarts that the Queen has made.
The Knave of Hearts.
Right. Okay, so 80 to 20 in favor of Klein on the Alice in Wonderland series. Kingwood, what's your pleasure?
We'll go for the mystery category.
The mystery category is 4-letter words. Start the clock. Here we go. The most important role in a dramatic presentation is called the...
Star.
What country lies closest to the United Arab Emirates across the Strait of Hormuz?
Iran.
If you do this to any old tree, you reduce its size, while if you do it to a Christmas tree, you're embellishing it.
Clip.
What part of the mustard plant is used to make the condiment?
Seed.
What is a bill of fare? Bill of fare.
Menu.
If you could put all the lost fluids back in a prune, you'd have what?
Plum.
A concordat is a formal agreement between the state and what leader?
Pope.
The most common form of anemia results from a deficiency of what?
Iron.
Name the country created after World War I that uses the Arabic name for the region known as Mesopotamia.
Iraq.
Iraq.
What color is the gemstone lapis lazuli?
Blue.
In time.
Is right, just at the end of the clock. That's an impressive 80-point job for Kingwood. Klein, four-letter words. The most important role in a dramatic presentation is called the
Lead.
lead is the four-letter word we saw. If you do this to any old tree, you reduce its size. Well, if you do it to a Christmas tree, you're embellishing it.
Trim.
Yes, and in each case, 80 to 20, so no net gain or loss in this 60 seconds round, which is now over. In a moment, Stump the Experts. We'll be right back. Our score is 190 Klein, 295 Kingwood. Players, it's time for Stump the Experts. We'll have a series of rapid-fire, difficult questions until time runs out. We begin with a 15-point visual. Name the French artist responsible for this dramatic scene, or complete the title of the painting, The Storm on Blank, with the name of a body of water.
Kingwood, James.
Delacroix.
Delacroix is the artist, right, for 15 points. The Storm on Galilee was the title. For 15 points, identify the syntactical use of the word uneasy in the following sentence. Dunstan and Vizcaíno were uneasy about Sanchez's desire to play every day.
Klein, Carey.
Predicate adjective.
That is correct, Carey. Good for you. For 20 points, the Spanish explorer Coronado in 1540 sought gold in 7 Zuni Indian towns.
Klein, Carey.
Cities of Cibola.
The 7 cities of Cibola is right for 20 points. For 15 points, what is the 5-syllable name for substances that conduct electricity better than insulators, but not as well as...
Klein, Carey.
Semiconductors.
Semiconductors is right. Klein staging a comeback. I have a 20-pointer. These semicircles that form a decorative border have a bivalve name.
Kingwood, Merida.
Scallop.
That's the sewing term. You have 20 points. I have a music question worth 20. The title character in this opera is from what country? Listen to a very brief excerpt.
Klein, Adam.
Japan.
Madame Butterfly, Japan is what we're looking for. Here's a 15-pointer. Name the annual event along 5th Avenue during which people show off new spring outfits.
Kingwood, James.
Easter. Easter parade.
And it's the Easter Parade, yes. A 20-pointer. Get your pencil and paper out and match these Dickens characters. Little Nell, Madeline Bray, Betsy Trotwood, and Sidney Carton. With these Dickens works, A Tale of Two Cities, David Copperfield, Nicholas Nickleby, and The Old Curiosity Shop. Again, you've got Nell, Madeline Bray.
Kingwood, Merida.
Little Nell is the Old Curiosity Shop. Bray is Nicholas Nickleby. Trotwood is David Copperfield, and Carton is Tale of Two Cities.
Excellent. 20 points for Kingwood. I have a 15-point question. Give me the word for a courtyard that served as a reception room in an ancient Roman house.
Kingwood, James.
That'd be the compluvium.
Klein, Carey.
Atrium.
Atrium is right. That is 10 in a row in the Stump the Experts round. That must be some kind of record. Here's a 20-pointer. Who brought Helen back to Sparta after the Trojan War?
Klein, Carey.
Menelaus.
Menelaus is right for 20 points. I have a 20-point art question. This Napoleonic pose is Washington as colonel of militia. So obviously it was not the little corporal who invented the hand-in-vest stance. Tell me whose work it is, or else our 11-question streak will come to an end.
Klein, Cheney.
Stewart.
Not Stewart.
Kingwood, James.
El Greco.
No, that's a tough one. Charles Wilson Peel. For 20 points, following elections on April 27th, what nation will be governed by a two-house parliament, one elected by proportional representation, the other by 9 new provincial legislatures? 20 points.
Klein, Carey.
Russia.
Not Russia. Good try.
Kingwood, Meredith.
The Czech Republic.
Also a good try, South Africa. For 15 points, on their way down the mountain after the Transfiguration, Jesus Christ told Peter, James, and John not to tell anyone they had seen the Son of Man until which event occurred?
Klein, Carey.
Until after the resurrection.
That is correct. For 15, I have a 20-pointer. An old man speaks. I can't stay in Amsterdam, Miep. It has too many memories for me. Everywhere there's something.
Klein, Adam.
Otto Frank.
The house we live in, the school, that street organ playing out there, I'm not the person you used to know. I'm a bitter old man. From what stage play is the preceding?
Kingwood, Meredith.
The Diary of Anne Frank.
That's the title for 20 points. I have a math question now worth 15. If x equals the complex number 5 minus I, express the reciprocal of x in a plus bi form. Again, if x equals the complex number 5 minus I,
Klein, Carey.
5/26 plus I over 26.
The same thing.
that is the answer for 15 points. I have a music
2 minutes
question
left.
worth 20 at the 2-minute warning. What early rock music pioneer of the 50s was born Ellis McDaniels?
Klein, Adam.
Otis Redding.
You get to hear some music, Kingwood. In 1928 in Mississippi, although he was overshadowed by Chuck Berry, he had an enormous influence on the development of rock music.
Kingwood, Meredith.
Fats Waller.
No, that's Bo Diddley. For 15 points, Joan of Arc was this American writer's lifelong heroine. He saw her as a model of nobility and devotion to a cause. In 1896, he wrote a novel called Personal Recollections of Joan of Arc, which was purportedly a memoir by her page. Name this unhappy
Klein, Carey.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
humorist. Kingwood?
Kingwood, James.
Mark Twain.
That is correct. For 20 points. What unusual type of bridge takes motor traffic across Lake Washington between Seattle and Mercer Island?
Kingwood, Meredith.
It folds up in the middle.
No.
No, one per team.
Klein, do you have a guess?
Klein, Cheney.
He goes underwater.
It's a floating or pontoon bridge. For 15 points. In 1792, Beethoven moved to what city, which became his home for the rest of his life?
Kingwood, James.
Vienna.
Well done, James. I have a 15-pointer. What, according to the World War I song lyrics, are you supposed to do after you pack up your troubles in your old kit bag?
Kingwood, Meredith.
Smile, smile, smile.
Well done. For 15 points, evaluate 16 to the negative 3/4 power.
Klein, Carey.
1/8.
Is that right?
1/8 is right. At the game-ending tone, the final score is 340 Klein, 430 Kingwood. The winner's Kingwood High School. Surely, this was Klein's finest hour this season as well. This is our highest-scoring combined game this year. Congratulations to both schools. Next week, we have St. John's and Bel Air. I hope you'll join us. See you then.
Coming up next, let Tiffany G. hurl you headfirst into 90s youth culture with Teens on TV. It's guys, girls, rap, rock, wrong, right. It's Teens on TV this morning at 10 on Houston's 2. Join us again next Saturday when 2 more Houston-area teams compete on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge.